This is Martin coming at me. You know me from my series, How to Pay Off Your Car Loan in 36 Months Without Giving Up Starbucks. Here's my Starbucks. I went to Starbucks today, or being cheap. Today, I just want to see, today is January 21st, 2020. So how did you do for your first couple of months of 2020? Are you ahead or behind? Did you start something and did you stop? Yeah, I mean, or did you thought, hey, you had like the financial plan planned out, but then you're like the employees who worked at the Express store, which is a retail store that sells clothing. 91 stores closed. Or do you work at Netflix, a company that brought in probably $1 billion in stock? The stock is probably worth over $1 billion, and they're still bringing in like at least $400 to $500 million a month in revenue. They're laying off. So even if your company is making money, and if they're a stock company, the stockholders aren't happy with what they see. So the only way to get like that stock price up is they got to do some cuts, which means you may be the best employee at that company, but if you're not helping move the bottom line, you don't work in sales, or even if you work in sales, but they just say, hey, this is the vision that we can take a hit in and we can outsource, we don't need it. So that's why I say, hey, if you have that car loan, I know you driving around, you say, man, but I see all the people with like the Mercedes and the BMWs. That's fine, man. Do you see do you ever go follow them? Why don't you follow that nice car you want to buy? You say, hey, I think I deserve a luxury car, a Beamer, Audi. Why don't you follow them to go to the places they go during the day? Are you going to follow them to like AM, PM? Like I saw as I drove by the AM, PM, you see the BMW and the Charger and Camaros and all those different cars? Or did you follow them to see where they shop? Did you see they're shopping at Target? And there's a place called like a grocery outlet where you go in, you buy your groceries, and you bag your own food. You know, that was a place like was in the hood, like called Superior Market, where I used to take my grandmother. You would shop, buy all the food, and then basically the price of the food is the same, especially now. And then on the way out, you got to bag up all your groceries after waiting in line for 20 minutes. Now, these places are all over. You got the Audi, the grocery outlet. I don't know what other places. Now it's just, there's no bagger, and you think you're saving money, and it's almost the same. So what I'm trying to tell you is, the grass is not always greener on the other side. Hey, maybe you go follow them to Albertsons and find out, hey, when they go shopping and they got a little girl with them, they only buy 3 or 4 items. You're what? Or maybe you see a guy as big as a house squashed into like the X6 car. Once I was driving this big guy, they're like all happy too, and like she's a little skinny, and this big guy barely can fit into the car. I'm like, come on, man, get yourself a bigger car or something, but don't get sucked into that, man. This is 2020. Times are about to get hard, sort of winding down with the impeachment stuff, but Netflix have laid off, the express stores have laid off, and I've been driving by the fulfillment centers, and warehouse, at least when I grew up in Petavina Mold and Die, used to work in a warehouse when I was younger. It's called Petavina Mold and Die, off of Vermont and El Segundo and Los Angeles. And not only did I pick stuff and put it in a box to ship with people, I ran an injection molding machine where I had to put these plastic beads in that went into the machine that produced the part. I had that little I had this little blade. I had to clean the parts up. Then Calvin and I would sit at a table. It's like a dinner table, but it's actually a assembly station. We used to solder these little electronic things, and then after we soldered them, there was you'd have like a copper wire that you ran to a battery, and the battery would test it. That was the first generation of alarms. So not only did I pick stuff, I learned how to pack stuff. And after I packed stuff, I had to go make money. Martin, we need you to get on the phone. Well, what do you mean? I need you to call these people up. They haven't paid us. So find out when they're going to send them. I was a collector. Martin, get on the phone. Find out what's going on with our money. I'm like, but that's not in my job statement. This is not the state, man. This is not the government, boy. This you want to get unemployment or SSI, or you want to get you a EBT. Back then there was no such thing as EBT. It was only food stamps. Take your food stamps and go. Now they make it like, here's your EBT card. I know it's EBT, but I said, I got the message. Get on the phone. Then after that, go help Calvin. We here to make money. This is not a non-profit. We here to make money, bro. So, but that's what I'm saying. Don't get caught up into doing what other people like. If you're working somewhere, like, make sure you're getting the skills to help you. If you're working at a Amazon or something, or as a picker at a warehouse, make sure you're doing something to expand your skills. Because sooner or later, like I told you, look at Netflix. They're laying off. And that company's been profitable for the last couple of years. The express stores have closed. Last year, Payless used code. No telling how many jobs are lost. Not just the store job lost from the store, but you're talking about the warehouse, the person who takes the stuff from the warehouse back to the office, and so on. So, and it's the company's profitable, but the stock investors aren't happy. They say, hey, we're putting money in here. We want a profit. Our job is not to make sure he has a job. Your job is to make sure you get us a return. And they said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going back there now. Look at Amazon. I was going to work today. Guy had his black Mercedes trying to race me from light to light, and he's going to a warehouse. Has like the old, I think it was I can't remember. It used to be an old, the old SLs. And before the SLs came out, it used to be like the 2008, 2009. They had like the CLK. He's racing me, all that to go to a warehouse and pick. Car's probably like 10 years old, I'm sure. It's only 10 years old. I'm like, way to go, bro. You the man. Feels good about himself when he gets in his car. Then he can go home or go shop at the 99-cent store or wherever else he's shopping to try to keep that car running. I think I saw it and one of the lights were off on the rear. So that's why I like driving around. I know how I can tell how much money a person with a luxury car has based on what I hear. Do I hear the brakes squeaking? Do I see the front light off? Do I see the back light? Front headlight off, back headlight off. So I'm saying, one thing I want you to do in 2020, don't get sucked into buying a car unless you have passive income. Especially don't go out and buy a Mercedes. Don't lease a Mercedes. Do not go lease an Audi. Do not get caught up in buying some BMW from 2008, 2009. They don't even have the parts anymore, man. So if you're taking it to the dealer, they're going to have to go find the parts. Go out there, learn some new business skills. And if you do get caught up into buying a car, make sure you buy something that's economical, and go to my website where I tell you how to pay off your car in 17 months, 36 months. Heading into as we go into February 2020, things going to get hot. I can tell. I'm driving around. Things are pretty slow. They'll pick up after Valentine's Day, President's Day, and it's probably going to crash until maybe early summer. So only peak shopping days you may have now are just any type of holiday. So today's message is, if you fail to come up a little short in January, just write down a comment below. Share. Let me know how you're doing. Don't stop. This is the time you got to do more. Do more than you thought you ever had to do. Just don't get caught going into debt. Like I told you, don't let the people around you, your family and friends, tell you deserve it. They're broke. What do you know I deserve? How you spending my money for me? Look at how I lost $3,525. As soon as a neighbor sees you have something nice, they're going to hate on you, man. So today is just a little just to pick you up. Heading into February 2020, pick it up. Pick up the pace. It's good you failed. You learned where you come up short. Make some adjustments. Head into February 20, doing better. And then we'll talk a little bit more about me. I spent $5,000 in January to go to a business conference to see Magic Johnson, Kevin Hart, a person called Ray Dawson who sold billion-dollar companies. I want to go watch billionaires talk. I want to learn what they do. I want to learn their skills. How do I get that mentality? I want to have that extra money in the pocket. I don't want to be like broke going out on a Friday to happy hour, going to watch Bad Boys at some theater with a bunch of other broke people. I don't want that to be you. I want you to have the extra money to go wherever you want. So going into February 20th, 2020, update your strategy. Where'd you go wrong? What went wrong? What went right? Comment below. Share this with someone if you think they're kind of like they're ready to go off the deep end and buy a car that they can't afford. Or if you already know somebody who's struggling with their car, they can't even eat, coming to work stealing people's food and stuff. So share this with them. I want you to share and to subscribe. Keep yourself updated. Don't worry if I'm wrong or right. Just take what I give you and use it. Times are going to get hot in 2020. A lot of people are already laid off, losing their job. So before you lose your job or have to look for another job, get that car paid off. I told you, 1995, I got laid off. It sucks trying to pay for a car when you're looking for a job too. That ain't cool, man. So share, comment below. Let me know what you think. How's your 2020 going so far? Did you already quit? Or are you going to just quit and be like the quitters around you? 76% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. So that means 7 out of 10 people around you are struggling. I want you to be the 3 out of 10 person with money. So share and like. Let me know what you think. How's your 2020 going?